Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2Blue coming back at you again, and we are still now a month away from training camp. I know that it is kind of frustrating, just sitting around waiting. Everybody's looking forward to football. I know I am. The NFL put their dates out for all the NFL teams for their training camps. We already know when our Cowboys go. We know we're going to be in Oxnard. The rookies come back, I think, 2 days before the veterans do. But again, everybody's going to come back. And once training camp starts, that we know that we will have consistent football until next February, till the next Super Bowl. Hopefully the Cowboys play in that, but we'll see. These next couple of videos, minus this one, I'm primarily going to talk about a little bit of contracts in this video. But the next videos, I'm going to be talking about different players on the team, like Cody McElroy, Quish Westry. I'm going to talk about some guys that people are not talking about. You know, guys, I like to bring things to the forefront that a lot of guys are not talking about right now. So I'm going to talk about these guys and where they came from, how they got to the team, and what their chances are of making the team, actually, because some of them actually might have a legitimate spot. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's interesting because, again, like when I look at this roster, even with the 90-man roster, and look at these players and how everything shapes out, it's really going to be hard to break this thing down and see who gets what, see who starts jockeying for position. One thing that we hear Jason Garrett talk about is providing competition at every position. As I record here in my home office, like I sit here and I was thinking before I even record the video, like it is a lot of decisions to be made, and I'm glad I'm not the one to make that. But I'm looking forward to training camp this year because just seeing who's going to get what. I don't know, somebody made a dumb comment about, I saw it, I think on Twitter or something. Somebody said, oh, with these young guys and undrafted guys that they're talking about, do you think Randall Cobb might be a surprise cut? I said, Randall Cobb? First of all, if y'all been paying attention this offseason and been seeing how the love that this team has for Randall Cobb, and how I think that low-key he's been one of the keys outside of Robert Quinn. I think he's one of the best offseason signings that we had so far. Yeah. I think he's definitely been the best guy that we had so far this offseason. I've been watching him with Dak Prescott, and just in those OTA practices that they were having, and literally, like, I mean, he was out there just running with speed. I mean, a lot of people kept saying, oh, with his hamstring injuries that he had when he was with Green Bay and the things that happened over there. Look, he's with a new team. It's a new look, just like me. No locks, no more, new look. Who this? You know what I'm saying? New me, who this? That's basically what Randall Cobb's saying right now. He's loving the chemistry he's building with Dak Prescott. And I think that now that he will sign in the offseason, he has that training camp. He's going to have that with Dak Prescott. So I think that as they grow together and get that rapport, I think that things are going to shape out very well. Randall Cobb is going to be huge for this team. And I didn't do this video to talk about Randall Cobb, but that's just one thing that that really comes to the forefront when you look at Randall Cobb and what he's how he's growing with this team. Now, what I really want to talk about, these contracts are really annoying right now, and everybody's speculating different things and this and that. And I understand that, like, it's not much to really talk about because it's really nothing going on. And people are frustrated because it's like, when are they going to sign? Because you're hearing about, you know, Michael Thomas maybe getting signed, his contract with the Saints, because they're looking to maybe make him the highest paid wide receiver in the league, and with good merit. I mean, Michael Thomas has been a monster for the Saints, and I can't do nothing but respect his game. But the Cowboys did shut him down, though, so remember that. I look at it like this. You look at Dak Prescott, you look at Amari Cooper, and you look at Ezekiel Elliott. The three heavy hitter guys, I guess maybe the new triplets for the Dallas Cowboys. People have been speculating that. I mean, it's too early to say that because Amari Cooper is still new to the team. So let's give him another year and see if they can actually become the triplets. Now, Amari Cooper said himself two big key things. One about Dak Prescott, hey, make that guy one of the highest paid quarterbacks in this league. And I know a lot of people are like, really? Why? Whatever. Dak deserves his money, whether he gets 32 or whether he gets 35 mil a year. And I'll go into that in just a second. But with Dak Prescott, the things that he's done for this team, and, you know, I'm not going to harp too much on him because I look at it like this. The proof is in the pudding. I mean, the guy did nothing but show you positive things since he came into this league. A guy that was behind at one point behind Jamil Showers on the depth chart at quarterback before they moved Jamil Showers to safety. It's funny how a year changes things. And now one of his competitions, which was Kellen Moore, is now his offensive coordinator. It's funny how a couple of years' time changed. Now, going into his fourth year, the power of four. Dak Prescott going into his fourth year. Now, in a real big leadership role in this team. And I look at it like, this is Dak Prescott's team right now. There's no more Tony Romo. The days of Tony Romo are over. So the things that you were doing with Tony Romo, you cannot do with Dak Prescott. They are two totally different players. Both great quarterbacks, but different in their own way. Dak Prescott is now the leader of this team, and the team stands behind him. The wide receivers love him. His running backs love him. His offensive linemen will go to war for him. And even the defensive guys, I think Jordan Lewis said something on his Twitter about how come Dak gets so much hate. And he was like, all he does is win, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand the hate either. It is what it is. Me, I'm a realist, and I give props where props due. I've always given Carson Wentz his prop. Yeah, he was an injured guy. But, you know, I tell Eagle fans all the time, I don't talk crap about your quarterback. You know, I know a lot of our fans say, you know, wheelchair. It's funny, wheelchair Wentz, whatever. He did get injured, but when Carson Wentz was playing, no doubt he was a really good quarterback. But there's no way in hell you're going to tell me that Dak is not close to that level, if not right there with him. And you're talking about Carson Wentz, which was a first-round draft pick, and Dak Prescott, which was a forgotten guy, picked late in the fourth round. You know, I think he was the Cowboys' second fourth-round pick, because I think that didn't we get Malik Collins before him? I forget who was the fourth pick before Dak, but when you look at that, like the fact that a lot of teams looked over him and nobody paid attention to him. Even when news reports came out and the talking heads were talking, they didn't give Dak Prescott any type of credit at all. You know, they said, oh, he could be good in the next couple of years and this and that. And I think that's what the Cowboys were looking for. They were basically looking for him to be Tony Romo's backup. They drafted Ezekiel Elliott to be Tony Romo's running back. This was all the initial plans. But again, just like with everything else in life, things change, things happen, and then you have to learn to adjust. And Dak Prescott, in my opinion, adjusted very well. He came to the league. Yes, does he have growing pains? Every other quarterback in this league does. Nobody is perfect. You know what I mean? Yes, his mechanics were kind of janky at first, but you look at him this offseason, you see a guy that throws a tighter ball. You see a guy that throws a deeper ball. You see a guy that is more accurate. You see a guy that is hitting his guys in stride. And you look at the receivers on this team right now, old and new ones, loving him and talking all types of good things about him. And the coaches are saying that he's playing better. He's actually becoming a better practice player. We know Dak Prescott is being a terrible practice player, but being a gamer. When the lights come on, that's when he shows up and shows out. Now, the fact that he's actually showing up in practice right now is huge, too, because you look at it like this. It's like, because, you know, when you have a quarterback not playing good in training camp, and it's like, oh, he missing guys, defense picking the ball off every 5 seconds. But even the defensive guys are like, yo, Dak Prescott and this offense is killing us right now. They are giving us a run for our money, so which is good because it makes our defense better. The defense, when they're doing well and playing against Dak, they're making Dak look better. John Kitna was a key sign, and I said that when they got John Kitna to be his quarterback coach, I said that was going to be a great addition because he was able. First of all, he was a backup quarterback for Tony Romo when he was here as well, and he was able. He's seen things from different points of view. He helped Dak set his feet better because, again, setting your feet makes your accuracy even better because when you throw the ball, you're not off kilter. You know what I mean? You have that leverage to throw the ball with, and it makes everything better. You could throw a deeper ball. You could throw a tighter spiral. You can get the guys in stride, and all that makes a difference when your footing is right. When you're running, even when you're running around and stuff, getting that plant foot right. Now, there's that. Now, Dak Prescott, in my opinion, I said anywhere between 32, 35 mil. The one thing with Dak Prescott, to lower the Cowboys cap charge, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to be resourceful with the guaranteed money, because that's going to play a factor into, and also the length of the contract. I think that if they spread it out, if they renew him for 5 years instead of 4, I think that you can lower that cap charge for the Cowboys, that cap hit. I don't know about 6 years, but yeah, give him a 5-year contract and then spread that thing out. Because in my opinion, Dak Prescott deserves to be the quarterback of this team for the foreseeable future. In my opinion, that's just how I feel. We're gonna roll with Dak. You look at Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, interesting contract because the Raiders actually put the 5th-year option on him before they traded him. So his contract is basically $13.9 million. If I remember off the top. Yeah, $13.9 million this year. But the Cowboys actually saved $5 to $7 million because with the trade option and things of that nature, they were able to lower the cap charge with that. But he's still going to get his $13.9 million. Everybody keeps saying, oh, but they need to pay Amari Cooper right now. Well, he's still getting paid his money. Dak Prescott only getting $2 million this year. $2 million. If he plays on this contract, $2 million. But I think that his contract is they're probably gonna sign him either right before training camp or in the midst of training camp, like right after that first week. You look at when Zach Martin got paid. It was literally they were in Oxnard at training camp when he got paid. And I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna put the pen to the paper in training camp. I'm gonna tell you this right now. So if Cowboy fans don't be alarmed. Don't be like, oh my God, they're not gonna pay the quarterback. What are we gonna do? Just be easy. I think that they're gonna pay him either right before or during training camp. Now also with you look at like I said, Amari Cooper, $13.9 million. Is he gonna get paid? He should, but I think that Dak's more important because again, you got other quarterbacks that's out there looking to get paid, because the longer you keep this contract not paid, it's going to change. The market's going to change. Wentz got his money. Well, we know that Dak is going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of Wentz because they're basically comparable players. Look at Goff is getting paid soon. We don't know what his money is going to be. Pat Mahomes, I think that next year he's going to be up too. He's going to get paid, and I'm telling you, he is going to set the record straight when he gets paid. I mean, I'm talking about $200 million for his contract. So, you know, he could potentially be the highest paid quarterback. Don't let Pat Mahomes have a great 2019. I'm telling you, because when he get paid, and if Dak ain't paid by the time Pat Mahomes paid, you can forget about it, because that oh my God, that number is going to go up tremendously, and that's going to hurt Dak Prescott. Well, it's going to hurt the Cowboys because they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do. And none of this stupid trading Dak. Shut up. Stop. No, that ain't going to happen. But Amari Cooper as well, like you look at his contract, you look at other guys that need to be signed. Like I already mentioned Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas could get, hell, $22 million per year, which is ridiculous for a wide receiver in my opinion, but that's just asinine, but whatever. I'm not saying he's not deserving of it, but that's a lot of money for a wide receiver to give them $22 million a year. Jesus Christ. You better be making 2,000 yards a year. I'm telling you, you better be catching that ball. Then you better not drop no passes. You drop a pass, it's like, give me $1 million back. Give me $1 million. Just give me $1 million back. Give it back, because you're not catching these balls out here. You're out here looking crazy, because it's like, I'm paying you this money. God damn it, you need to catch that ball. Catch the ball. I don't care if you catch it with your feet. Catch the ball. I said that when when everybody was talking about Terrence Williams when he was on the team. Everybody was like, he's a body catcher. I don't give a damn how you catch the ball, long as you catch it. That's just how I feel. But anyway, you know, I mean, I'm silly. That's, you know, I'm sad to put that in there. But as far as Amari Cooper goes, we already know what we have in this player. He only played half the season last year, and he still dominated. Now with him with a full offseason with this team in training camp, yeah. What you gonna do? I mean, he is getting his $13.9 million, so it's not like he's hungry for money right now. They asked him in the interview, and I feel sorry for these players, because they got to keep answering these questions over and over again. They keep asking and beating the horse into the ground, and it's just like beating the dead horse. They asked him about his contract. He was like, and they asked about Michael Thomas. What does he think about him potentially getting paid, since those news reports came out about that with the Saints? And he was just like, bro, I'm not in Michael Thomas's pockets, bro. I'm not in that boy pockets, man. I'm worried about this team right now, playing for this team. This is a team that, you know, I know a lot of players say that, but, you know, when I dreamt about being in the NFL, the Cowboys, being in the Cowboys uniform, and it being in real life, I want to be a Cowboy for a long time, and I know I was be. And Amari Cooper ain't sweating it right now. And that's basically from his words and what he says. He want Dak to get his money. Go ahead, pay Dak. Pay Dak, get Amari Cooper done, and then you can get Ezekiel Elliott done. Now, we talk about Ezekiel Elliott all the time. Some people say because of the off-field stuff, he may not be deserving of getting a contract, but whatever. That boy is still your workhorse. That is your bell cow for this team, and he is still one of the greatest running backs in the league today. So, pay that man. Excuse me. He's on his 5th-year option as well, so he's making his money. So his pockets ain't empty either. So you can actually wait to pay Ezekiel Elliott after the season if you want to. You can let him play on his contract right now, because he's still making decent money. He's still on that first-round draft pick, fifth-year option money. Because I think that what you could do is in the offseason, you could pay both him and Byron Jones, because I think Miss Jackie mentioned it too, that we should have north of like $70 million by shout out to Miss Jackie, but we should have north of $70 million next offseason. So we're gonna have money down the road to pay these guys, so you don't have to sit here and just eat up the cap right now. But I think that Dak and Amari is gonna get done before this season. I will say that. But that's just my opinion on that. I know a lot of guys been talking about the contracts, and it's just been crazy. But that's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, yo, my subscribers, I love you guys to death. You guys are awesome. Those of you that have been new to my channel, have been swarming around trying to figure some things out, it's your boy E2 Blue that always keeps it real. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, get this content, bruh. And ladies, whatever, go ahead and check your boy out. Like I said, I'll be doing videos throughout this week about different players, so look out for that. I'll be talking about some of the guys that a lot of people are not talking about, kind of giving a synopsis on their road to the NFL, what colleges they went to, how they fit with the Cowboys, and why the Cowboys decided they wanted to pick them up for the 90-man roster and see if they can jock for position. Because like I said before, I hate to be the one to sign these players, because again, it's going to be a lot of talent that we won't be able to keep. So that's just it. But with that being said, y'all, that's all I got for right now. I know it was a little long-winded, but I appreciate you guys listening. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great evening. Peace.